I'd like to call to order the June 11th, 2024 regular business council meeting for Foxfire Village. Let the record show that all council members are present, as well as members in the audience. We'll start with an opening prayer. Councilman Gilroy.
Father, thank you tonight that we have the privilege of gathering publicly. We don't take that for granted. I would ask tonight that you would give all of our council wisdom to hear what we need to hear, to decide what we need to decide, to hear what our residents have to say, that we'll have harmony in this village and we will prosper. In Jesus' name, amen.
Amen. Join me in the Pledge of Allegiance. I pledge
allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all.
Any changes to this agenda?
Are we gonna address adding the planning and zoning person to the consent agenda?
Yes, were you going to add that?
Okay. Add the planning, add that to the consent agenda.
The appointment of Deborah Page.
Deborah Page. Okay. Also, I think under new business, we want to delete the West End Fire Department because I don't think we have any new business to report. And that's it. Okay. Do I have a motion to approve this agenda?
Make a motion.
I'll second it.
All in favor?
Aye.
Okay. Moving on to the approval of the consent agenda. Do I have someone make a motion? Or I'll make a motion that we approve the consent agenda.
I second it.
All in favor?
Aye. So does that include Nancy appointment?
Yes.
Yes.
Okay.
So that's the
And she'll
minutes.
be notified?
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
Moving on to the public comment period, and again, these are for items, this public comment period is for items that are not listed on this agenda. And I just want to remind people that public comment will not be a conversation back and forth. It's a comment period with limited interaction with the council, and actually no interaction with the council. So are there anyone who wants to make a public comment at this point? Please come up, state your name and address.
Schlenker, 2 Sunset Lane. I just have a question. We don't have the answer today, but the public hearing that they were talking about maybe last summer with doing the burn in the park, and the federal money that was available for that, and the potential for it to look similar to Weymouth, and to have this be a real showcase. Or I know there was some negativity about the results of the burn and how things would look initially, but I haven't heard anything about that since, I want to say, late last summer, and the state came in, and I forget who else did that. North Carolina State Wildlife came in, and somebody else came in.
By the forestry people.
Forestry, right, and they had offered to come back and do a presentation to the whole town and get some feedback on it. And as I was looking through notes last week, I thought, I never heard anything more about that, so. And I didn't hear anything, I did have to leave it early on the budget, but I didn't hear anything about budget. And we would have to be a small percentage, and if the federal money is still available, that was gonna be a real windfall for Foxfires. So I think we have to.
Okay. Thank you. Any other public comments? No? Okay. Moving on to the zoning administrator's report.
Hopefully my voice will still work. This report is from May 15th through today, June 11th. total of 31 homes are currently under construction within the village and ETJ. Over this period, there were 4 single-family resident applications approved for a home on Brassy, 1 on Burning Tree, 1 on Woodland Circle, and 1 in the ETJ on Richmond Road. There were 7 certificate of occupancy, or excuse me, zoning compliance issued. One's on Birdie Court, 2 on Portland Circle, 2 on Forest Lake Drive, 1 on Richmond Road, and the final one on Mary Jane Lane in the ETJ. Other permits issued were 1 barn, 2 detached garage, and 3 temporary signs. I did put some year-to-date figures at the bottom. So as of January 1st, we've had a total of 20 single-family residence applications received, 27 zoning compliance issued, and then there's various applications. There's 15 fence, 5 pools, 9 accessory structures, 1 deck, 1 barn, 2 detached garage, 2 propane, 1 structure modification, 1 temporary structure, 1 lot clearing, and 4 total temporary signs. So that's where we're at year to date.
Now, when you say zoning compliance, those are basically COs that have been issued by the county?
Right, well, we do our portion first, the zoning compliance, make sure that what we have for zoning, we send the information to the county, and they will issue a CO after that.
Okay.
Thank you.
Can I ask a quick question, Lisa?
Yeah.
Do you know, are we down by about half on new building, on new home permits over the previous year?
Yeah, probably,
More than half or about half?
I'd say probably about half.
About half?
Yeah,
okay.
about half.
Any other questions for the zoning administrator? No. Okay, moving on to, finance, Councilman Gilroy.
Well, good news, we have finances, that's good. In the general fund at First Bank, we hold $703,970. The capital trust fund, which includes all of our reserves, holds $2,441,320 for a grand total general fund cash, $3,145,391. In the water fund, we total out First Bank at $365,916. You can see in the capital trust fund, the reserves that we hold. So we have a total in the water fund, $1,215,421. It's a good cash position, and no debt. Yep.
Any questions for Mary?
No.
Okay, streets and park, Councilman Norman.
Just 2 things for me today. First of all, I would like to have a shout out to 2 of our residents who volunteered to clean up the entrance to the clubhouse. Patty Marshall volunteered and spent 2 days working on that, and she was joined the next day by Bill Murdoch. So I just wanted to say thank you very much to both of them for taking the time to clean it up. It looks beautiful, so thank you very much. That's that. Second of all, we are experiencing a infestation of honeybees at the park in one of the pillars. So I'm gonna be posting a sign. It's I've already contacted someone. They're going to be either looking at it today or tomorrow to see if we can humanely extract the bees from the pillar. And I've had contacted about 3 or 4 other people, so, and they couldn't do it. Hopefully, we will get that cleaned out. I'd rather be able to pull them out and have them be relocated to a hive as opposed to killing them.
Did you call the agricultural center for,
Well, I called,
master beekeepers or whatever? 'Cause-
I went on the Moore County Beekeepers Association.
Yeah, okay,
And that's where I got the names.
great.
And one gentleman is, like I said, he'll be there either late today or tomorrow morning to look at it and see what he can do. And if he can't do anything in terms of his capabilities, he's gonna get back to me and help me at least locate someone else who might be able to do it. But in the meantime, I'll be putting up a sign that we ask people to stay away from that particular pillar. They do sting, I found that out when I was trying to take pictures. So anyway, but we are working on it, and I'm gonna ask people to stay away from that particular pillar at this time.
Okay.
All right, so that, I'm done, thank you very much, unless someone has any questions for me.
No questions?
Quick.
Moving on to public safety, Councilman Nelson.
Okay, the police department, Chief Michael is here, gives an update on that.
Good afternoon.
Hello.
Just a few things we want to hit on is, obviously we've been in talks with Dodge, an ever-growing thing for us. I've made 3 phone calls in the last 24 hours, and I've spoken to somebody one time. I was supposed to get an email for the last week or so in reference to this, and I've yet to receive it. Don was actually with me the other day. I made a phone call, yeah, we're gonna send it to you, and never received it. So I called again yesterday, never received it. Called again twice a day, left voicemails, nothing returned. So, like I said, I actually, at this point, I'm gonna have to go up there. There's no ifs, ands, or buts about it. I'm like, we're just trying to get everything situated, so we can get it done and over with. Anyways, that's that. Quick announcement, we have 2 people coming on board now. Caleb is starting with us on Monday.
Yay.
During the process of him starting with us, he will go through his FTO program. He will start off with Corporal Kivett for a few weeks, then he'll come to me. And then once we get everything with him finalized and him fully trained up, you'll see him out here working shift and hopefully doing the Lord's work. The other gentleman we have, he's got, like I said, almost 3 years in law enforcement total. I actually pretty much finished his background now, we're just waiting on a couple of little things, but I'm hoping by the end of next week to have everything for him submitted to the state. At least that way they can get their go-ahead or whatever more they may need, and we'll kind of go from there. This week he does have some medical stuff he has to get taken care of as far as his onboarding, and we have to take to the range, and that'll be next week as well, hopefully. So I'm waiting to hear something back for that, just to confirm, but Lord willing, that is what we've got going on. I've actually been reaching out to some friends of mine. Yes, ma'am.
So we've actually hired this guy.
He accepted.
Caleb.
He accepted.
accepted the
Caleb is on board with us.
Right.
Like I said, he starts
Ready?
Monday.
What about the second guy?
He has accepted our job offer, and we're in the process of going forward with everything.
Okay.
Yeah, sorry.
So you received everything on Caleb from the state, is that?
We have not gotten his packet back from the state yet, but it's been given, I've spoke with our council, the mayor, and we've all decided, hey, yeah, look, before we get stuff back, we can at least go and get the ball rolling as far as his training. You know, as far as policies and learning and benefits and so on. So, I don't foresee us having any type of issue with that. That's something that was afforded to me when I started here, approximately 2 weeks before I started. Hey, come on in and get to learning.
Okay,
No
good.
problem. I reached out to a friend of mine in Homeland Security, and they've actually put me in contact with some folks with the Department of Justice, United States Department of Justice, and we were actually going to be doing some online training for various investigations. Between myself as well as Derek, that's something that we're trying to get worked out as far as, again, it's all online. They do have some seated stuff, but it's, again, you kind of pick and choose what we want, but again, it's no cost to us.
Cool.
It's all free. Like I said, it's, you know, great training. Again, Homeland Security sending their people through it. And a good thing is it goes for our credit hours as far as the state. So for our advanced and intermediate, intermediate certificates, that goes for our account for all of that as well. So, like I said, Lord willing, we're able to get that there situated and get some classes, some more classes under our belts, just to try to, and again, the majority of the stuff is investigative stuff, but however, a lot of it is like scams and various, you know, almost say white collar crime like that. That I feel like that helps out a ton. They do have a lot of other investigative tools, but like I said, we're just trying to see what's going to fit us best and roll forward. So that's a good thing there. Last point that I've got is Derek. Obviously, you know, he's on board with us full time now, which I'm so thankful for. Per his sign-on agreement and everything, it was decided, hey, yeah, look, you have to take some investigative classes and so on. His third day here, we were actually able to get him into a basic investigation class, so he's already got that box checked. So that's that. He does have, that was through Santos Community College, And he does have his FTO school coming up in August, and that'll be at Wake Tech. It's for a week-long program, and once he has that, he will be good to go as far as what was laid in front of him, so.
He'll be a certified, that's the training.
Yes, he
Okay.
will be a certified trainer at that point, and that brings me back to Caleb, obviously. We sat down, we talked about what's the best avenue. I said, hey, early on, especially waiting for his paperwork and whatnot to get back, I said, we're gonna put him in a call with you, and that way you can teach him ordinances and policy and various things like that. That way, he's up to date on all those things as far as our town side of things. And then once we get his stuff back from the state, the plan is to get in a car with me, and then I will take him hopefully the rest of the way home.
Good.
So that's our plan currently. Like I said, let's hope the stars align and everything works out, but hopefully here in the next month or so, we'll all be full staff again, so.
That's awesome.
I have one question.
Yes.
Now, James is currently active in the sheriff's department.
Yes,
So he still has to go through state approval?
yes,
Really?
yes.
Okay.
So unfortunately enough, the way it works with North Carolina, again, they are sticklers about everything. It can be hey, you can walk in the door here and be working there tomorrow. We don't care. We want to see everything again. And I've used myself for example, and I'm not afraid to do it again. Whenever I started here, my paperwork got kicked back twice for various reasons. And it can be something so minor as far as a box wasn't checked on our forms. They actually kicked one of his forms back last Friday. I got the email this past Friday because I didn't check the box. I did not check the box. I filled everything else, just not that box beside the button. And they kicked it back. Obviously, it was an email and it was situated and everything was good, but they kicked that stuff back. They kicked my stuff back as well. Whenever I started, they wanted my 2019 direct training records. I've been here for almost 2 years now. That was 2012. They wanted 3 years ago records. They had everything else. This is the state. They have access to everything. They want us to do it. So I don't understand why they're like that. It'd be great if we had more of a licensing type thing for us. Hey, we've got our license. They verify it. See you're good to go, but unfortunately enough, they don't want to work it that way. So, yes.
So the name of the
Okay.
call is James.
Huh?
James.
James?
Is our next candidate.
Yes,
Yep.
and his last name is
Cohenauer.
Cohenauer.
Yep.
Cohenauer.
So, like I said, Lord willing, like I said, he will be on board with us here in the next month or so, and we will go from there. So I feel like he'll need some minimal training as far as what we want, as far as, the town's need and whatnot, but I feel like he has a pretty good grasp of everything. Where he works at is a very high call volume place, so he's been experiencing quite a different array of call, so I think that'd be a good help for us if we ever have anything crazy that goes on. Hopefully not, but yeah.
Are we still looking for a part-time person then, or no? Just the 4?
Yeah.
You didn't mention there's another candidate that didn't get out an application, correct?
Well, yep, and I'm sorry, we had a guy last week, he come and turned in an application. He's worked with a local agency around here. I can speak to you guys a little bit more off topic with that one, just because he's trying to keep a little bit of anonymity right now. They're going through some growing pains, and so, yeah. But he submitted his application. He's got approximately 6 years on the job, and I actually sat down with Derek to try to figure out a way to go ahead and do an interview with him in the event of something falls through, or, we have some sort of safety net in that sense. So, but yes, we do have that.
Good,
All right.
Thank you.
thank you.
Okay, the fire department, still in the process of negotiating a contract for this coming year. Mary, do you have anything else to add to that?
Nope.
In fact, we were supposed to meet with them this afternoon late, but
And we are.
Oh.
I just got an email, we're on.
we're on.
We're on.
Okay.
Yeah.
You
Two
guys
of us are
okay.
on at
But be in a
6:30.
meeting after this meeting with the fire department.
Good luck.
And that's all I have.
Okay. All right, water department,
Just-
Councilman Morgan?
Alrighty. Update on the new well number 13. The well's still in development stage. That's a process that usually lasts between a week and a month. And then the piping improvements for well number 7 have been completed. So those are the 2 things we've been working on.
Okay, that's it. Any questions for Councilman Morgan?
No?
No, okay. All right, my report, I really don't have anything to add to what's already been discussed, other than to just remind people that we do have a citizens participation meeting on our budget following this meeting. So that's all I have to add. And moving now on to new business, I just want to also remind the public that there is a special public hearing scheduled for June 20th for the actual acceptance of the 2024-2025 budget.
What time is the meeting?
That was at 6,
It's at 6 o'clock.
Yeah.
I believe. 6 o'clock. I know. We don't have any old business, and now we have public comment for anything that was listed on this agenda. Are there any public comments at this point? Please come to the, please come to the podium and state your name and address, please.
My name is Tara Wellington. I live on 186 Woodland Circle. I've never been to one of these meetings before. Thank you so much, all of you, for donating the time and everything that you do here. We just wanted to see maybe in the meeting after this, if there was anything that I could do to help, or see if anyone cared to somehow fix or keep the pool open. Because somehow we managed to do it all this time with maybe less residents, and now we have so many more residents, and I just feel like, I don't know how it didn't get assessed in the winter, and now it's summer, we don't have it open. Is that something I would ask about in the following meeting, or is
Well,
this
that's
a
actually
meeting
something
we
that,
would talk about?
it would have been something that would have been addressed in the beginning of this meeting.
Oh,
'cause
I thought
we
it was
didn't-
4:45. I came right after work, right away. Is this 4:45?
It starts at 4:30. 4:30, and so that's that's what the original comment period is for. But
Yes,
the pool is something, and I know this isn't, I'm just gonna just mention that the pool is in the process of being assessed for longevity and conditioning, because that's never been done, and it's an old pool. So that's where we are right now on that.
Yeah, I did come another day and got some information on that. I just felt like maybe there was a lean towards getting rid of it completely.
Stop.
No.
Yeah. Great, good to hear, thank you. I appreciate your time. Thank you.
Okay, well, at that point, I'm going to see if there's a motion. Anyone want to make a motion? Oh, any other public comments? No? All right, I'm going to make a motion to adjourn this meeting.
A second.
All in favor?
Aye.
Aye.
5 o'clock?
This meeting is adjourned at, whoops, I'm sorry.
4:53.
4:53.
Citizen participation meeting at 5?
We want to take a break?
Yeah, just real quick.
All right.